And in the past half hour, I spoke to the former American ambassador to Syria and Saudi Arabia, Richard Murphy. I asked him first how he sees the current situation in Gaza.
I think the situation in Gaza on the ground is desperate, but words like that have been used for the past year and a half about the condition of the civilian population. The Israeli authorities decided after Hamas kicked the Fatah party out of Gaza and its security forces out of Gaza, that they would tighten the siege of Gaza, I assume in the expectation that the Gazans would rise against Hamas and get rid of it. It hasn't happened, but the general population has continued to suffer ever more seriously in terms of malnutrition of the children and the general poverty level of the population.
And what do you think is the most likely outcome of the current situation?
There will be a ceasefire. The pressures are growing by the hour from the international community. I expect we will hear more voices from within Israel calling for a ceasefire. But the political leadership right now seems convinced that it can somehow destroy the will and the capabilities, the capacity of Hamas to send any rockets against Israel. I think we've seen this scenario before up in Lebanon back in 2006 against Hezbollah. The Israelis thought they could destroy that organization. It didn't work because these are people who have an ideology which you don't kill the ideology. You may kill some of the leaders, many of the followers, but the beliefs that they've spoken of over these last few years will survive.
So it sounds as if you feel that Israel is again attempting something that can't be done, but at the cost, obviously, even so far, of quite a few lives. What is the alternative?
Well, the alternative is a much greater degree of energy in peacemaking between Israel and the Palestinians and the broader Arab community. This blow-up is a serious embarrassment to governments in Egypt, government of Jordan, Saudi Arabia. They're very much aware of their public opinions, restlessness when they see the killings on the living television in Gaza itself from the bombs, from the Israeli rockets. And this creates uneasiness on the part of the leaderships elsewhere in the Arab world. Hamas has been very much criticized for starting this by the leader of Fatah, by the president of the Palestinian Authority himself. But the fact is, it has a popular appeal, and now you've heard a statement from Tehran that anyone who dies in defense of Gaza dies a martyr to Islam. That sort of talk, which does not make leaders in other countries at all comfortable.